Hello everyone and welcome in today's video. In today's video we are going to go through a lot of different charts and basically going to check what is going to happen with Bitcoin, because Bitcoin is starting to look a little bit more bullish. Now let's jump straight into it, and I want to start off with this chart. This is the weekly time frame, and the yellow line right here is the 200-week moving average. Normally Bitcoin in a bull market doesn't really go below this level, and right now you can see that we broke below this level and retested it as resistance. And if we bring the EMA ribbon on the weekly time frame, we also see a picture where we got supported from this EMA ribbon multiple times. Right now with this big red candle we broke below this weekly EMA ribbon, and right now we are still trading below it. We are quite a lot of weekly closes below this level as well. And why is that important? Well, if Bitcoin really wants to become more bullish, then we need to reclaim these levels. So the weekly EMA ribbon first, because that level is lower, but definitely the 200-week moving average. We need to close above this level multiple times. This level has to hold as support until we can turn a little bit more macro bullish on Bitcoin. And if I get rid of these moving averages right here, and I'll bring the structure that we are seeing with Bitcoin with the 60-day cycle, then we can see that we had a 60-day cycle low right here. This was the 4-year cycle low where we basically went all in on the Bitcoin price. So that was a very good trade. We had the next 60-day cycle low, another 60-day cycle low, another 60-day cycle low, another one. Then the previous 60-day cycle low was early August right here in the first half of August. And the next 60-day cycle low will be in the first half of October. So roughly around 13 to 16 October. And that is going to be interesting, because I would argue that there is a small chance that we are going to do something like this, where we are setting in a higher low in the August 60-day cycle low. Although it is possible, I think if Bitcoin really remains or actually wants to become bullish, I think this at least will be a double bottom before we can actually take off. But I still think the more likely scenario for October is actually a lower high of a lower low than the low we have been making right here. And I gotta see the evidence yet for that to change. But like I also said in many videos, guys, that doesn't mean that Bitcoin cannot bounce in the shorter term time frame. No, we actually have been talking already before Bitcoin was bouncing. We have been talking about a bounce. I do still believe that Bitcoin is going to bounce, and we can see quite high levels of Bitcoin because the sentiment needs to be reset. And that's why when Bitcoin bounces right here, we can even go up to 29,000 US dollars and still put in a lower high. So we have a high right here. Let me get rid of that one. We have a high right here, and a lower high is also at 29,000 US dollars. So we can see quite a bounce on the Bitcoin price. I think it's very good that we look at derivatives exchange data. So let's have a look at the funding rates, guys. Whale Portal just had a major update, which means that the website is way faster right now, and you can view a lot of different time frames on every chart out there. But what we basically see right here is that we have very low funding rates during this period of consolidation right here, and that is a bullish sign, right? That is a very bullish sign, showing us that the majority of the traders are actually shorting, anticipating downside, and that creates basically liquidity for the price to go up. If we have a look at the fear and greed index, where you also can look at different time frames right now, we also saw that we had quite fearful levels. This is a level that I pointed out as well, because the previous time we were trading at these levels, we also had a nice rally in the Bitcoin price. So when things are fearful, you want to be looking for rallies and bounces. And when things are very euphoric and very optimistic, you want to be a little bit more careful. So that's how the fear and greed index can be a very good indicator, and you can analyze this one on whaleportal.com just like a trading view chart. And Open interest is going slightly up as well, right here with the price going up. So I think more and more people, they slowly wake up, they get a little bit more bullish. The sentiment is slowly changing, as we can see with the fear and greed index as well coming up. So we can definitely see that people are becoming more and more confident with the bullish scenario. But I don't think we really have seen that being expressed in the price. And we got all these divergences, of course. So we get like this lower high in the price, higher highs in the momentum indicators. So that's also definitely a signal to watch right here. This channel is also very nice. If we zoom out right here, you can see that we have a rising channel and that Bitcoin basically touched the support of that channel right now, taking off from that support. And that is also a nice chart, because that means that the middle of the channel is at 28.5k. Big chance Bitcoin will reach that level within this bounce. Also, when we bring out the momentum indicators on the daily time frame, we got bullish divergences, bullish divergences, bullish divergences, and we have a declining resistance that we break out of the relative strength index. And these are all quite bullish signals in the shorter term time frame, definitely, guys. And if we look at the stablecoin dominance, we do get a bearish divergence right here. So this one looks like it's coming down, which also confirms the bullishness of Bitcoin. The only thing that we got to be a little bit careful right here is what this chart is going to do. Are we going to calm down, touch that support, maybe ride it a little bit and then go higher? This would be a bearish scenario for Bitcoin, but still Bitcoin could bounce in the shorter term time frame with this chart going down. Or could we see a very bullish scenario for Bitcoin where this actually is breaking down from this rising channel and just breaking down and changing its structure? If that were to occur, I would definitely argue, guys, that we are still going to see that 16-year cycle play out with a huge acceleration, maybe even starting this month, going to October, going to the end of this year. And I would expect a early top for Bitcoin, because this would definitely be a move for a 16-year cycle, this one breaking down. So that would actually be nice, and I would definitely reallocate my crypto or be like 100% in my portfolio again when this thing breaks down. And we can see that bullishness being expressed in Bitcoin and in in these charts as well. So this is the total market cap of crypto in this rising channel right now, trading like on the middle of the lower band of the channel, breaking the uptrends in the momentum indicators. It looks a bit sketchy, so definitely there are some wildcard scenarios on the table for Bitcoin. But generally, signs are telling me also that I just have to be a little bit careful, a little bit cautious. And when the markets are turning a little bit in the favor of the bulls, and we do get some confirmations, I'm very happy to reallocate and to really jump back into the markets completely. Because yeah, definitely, if that 16-year cycle is playing out, I want to get exposure to that. But it's just not yet confirmed, it's not yet really clear. Bitcoin is at massive crossroads. We are still in the month of September, so I'm still going to lean a little bit to the cautious side, although I do think that in the shorter term time frame, like we have been mentioning in the free Telegram channel, like we have been mentioning over on WhaleAlerts, I do expect a bounce first, right? And that is also something that we've seen in 2019 when we have a look at the Bitcoin price right here. This was a 40% bounce, but still eventually we did saw lower levels. Or this bounce, how much was this bounce from the lows till the highs? I cannot see it on this chart because this is divided by the money supply. But this was a 40% bounce. This might be even more than a 40% bounce. I think this was back in the days, it was the Xi Jinping bounce. But this really looks similar to the price action of Bitcoin right now, because we have this sideways range, and then at the end of that range we just dip in, and then we get quickly bought up. That was at 25.2k when the longs got liquidated, which we shared over on our free Telegram and WhaleAlerts Telegram. Make sure to join, guys, both of these Telegrams, very, very important. And one is for free, you can just join with the link down below, and one is also for free, but you have to be an active trader with our affiliates under our affiliate on one of these exchanges below this video. So that can be BitGet or Bybit. If you sign up on one of these exchanges, deposit money, open a trade, then you can submit your user ID, and yeah, you will be put in that private Telegram channel. But what you can see right here, we had a massive pump, and then it eventually fully retraced, right? And yeah, we cannot really see the momentum indicators right here, but then it fully retraced. It even went to lower levels. We went sideways, did an inverse head and shoulders. Then we had another quite a big rally. That was early 2020, and that one was finished, of course, with a massive black swan event right here. So that was actually kind of crazy. But yeah, I wouldn't be surprised if Bitcoin sooner or later is going to test this uptrend again. And right now that uptrend would be roughly a little bit below $20,000, or maybe roughly at $20,000. And we still do have a CME gap right here, which could be filled definitely. So I wouldn't. It's not out of it's not out of the question, guys, that if Bitcoin can still reach levels of $20,000 in the next coming months or 6 months ahead. I don't think that is going to happen when this chart is breaking down. Definitely not. But yeah, just something we gotta watch. Okay guys, that was it for today's video. I hope you all enjoyed it. If so, make sure to smash up the like button, guys. Let's get 100 likes on today's video. Let's pump up those numbers, guys. That is very important. Make sure, if you haven't done so already, to subscribe to this channel. Hit the bell icon so you get notified every time I upload a new video. And if you like to trade Bitcoin, make sure to sign up on Bybit or BitGet with one of the affiliate links down below this video. Guys, I want to wish every single one of you a beautiful day today, and I hope to see every single one of you in the next video.